Hey y'all. I wanted to talk about one of my favorite topics today, which is hair. And because there recently has been like talk online and stuff, there was a black model that came out and was saying how people in the industry don't know how to do black hair, and she was left pretty much to her own vices, and that the only person in the whole production that knew how to do her hair was a nail technician. So that lady had to come from her job in order to do her hair because the original hair designer didn't know how to do black hair. And now I believe there's been like a couple of celebrities that have came out to kind of like talk about how it's industry wide, how black women usually are left to their own vices when it comes to their hair. And that's really like sad because when you're going to a job, some place that's supposed to be um, employing you and you're supposed to be doing work for them, you would think that you would get the same treatment as everybody else. And it's really just, I mean, it's ultimately it's unprofessional. And then I was reading like the comments, people were talking about how it's really not even just within the industry, it's pretty much everywhere. Hairstylists, just every day, for everyday people, don't really know how to do black hair. And that's something that I came across personally myself a few years ago. I wanted a haircut. I didn't want to go like super in the city to go get my hair done. I wanted to do something that was like local. I think I went to it's like a Supercuts or whatever, because a girl that I had worked with at the movie theater had a second job there cutting hair. And I just remember feeling like super uncomfortable. Everyone in there was, you know, they weren't afro hair, they didn't have kinky curly hair, anything like that. I just remember feeling like super uncomfortable because I was like, you know, this doesn't really seem like a place for me. And then like even my husband had like wanted to get a haircut, and I think I had told him like, there's a hair spot down the street or whatever. And he said the same thing. It's just kind of like you don't feel comfortable there. You don't feel like if there's no black person there to do your hair, then you feel like your hair isn't gonna come out right. You just like you're nervous about it. She did a decent job that time. I was getting like a super short like haircut, and so she did all right with it. Still like, and I've only been to like a black salons a couple of times, but unless I'm having like a black person do my hair, I don't really feel 100% comfortable at all. That's sad because when you go to these places, they should be able to accommodate everyone that kind of comes in there. So I understand this girl frustration. For me personally, I love hair. I wear everything from wigs to weaves to braids to natural to whatever. This is like a half wig thing that I got going on today. Tomorrow it might be a full wig. Who knows? And I feel like hair is just a great way to really express myself. I feel like some days I feel different, some days I feel sassier, some days I feel more, studious, and sometimes I want different styles and different colors and different shapes. And I feel like I am lucky enough to be a black woman to be able to do all these different types of things with hair. Not even just fake hair, but my natural hair too. I've colored it, I've cut it, I've been bald, I've everything. I love it all. But I feel like a lot of times, not just for women, but black women specifically, our hair tends to be like the center of people's perceptions about us. When I was 16, I got into a huge, big argument with my father, which was actually the last time I saw him. It was over like fake hair, like him not wanting to be seen in public with my mother because of fake hair. And it just was, the concept of it was ignorant to me and ridiculous, because it's like, if you love someone and care about someone, why does that matter? I mean, I get like some people think that women that wear fake hair means that they don't have good hair, which isn't always the case. And they think that if you wear fake hair, that it's because you don't have hair, which is like 90% of the time not the case. It really just boils down to like ignorance. So like we had gotten into a huge argument over it, and I mean like my mother's hair is like down her back, like, well, it's a little, she cut it, it's like shoulder length, but it's long and it's nice and it's, it's pretty, and she still loves hair, and she's always my main example to people, like, you don't have, that's not why people wear fake hair. In fact, a lot of people who wear fake hair have healthier hair. I'm shaking. A lot of people who wear fake hair have healthier hair because they wear fake hair, that they're not exposing their natural hair to all types of elements in the weathers that we have. I live in the Northwest, so it's like you don't know if it's gonna be raining, you don't know if it's gonna be sunny or whatever it's gonna be doing. For us, black hair, it is very, it's very, what's the word I'm looking for? I would say delicate. Even though our hair is usually coarser and kinky and all that kind of stuff, we still have very much delicate crowns, I would say, just because they kind of take a little more care. Yeah, so it's all like we can't just be exposing it to all types of elements all the time unless you have the means to maintain that. But yeah, I feel like black women really get like criticized for it a lot more, despite the fact that most women cut and color and shape and do different things to their hair all the time. And it's kind of like, but when we do it, it's got to be a conversation, If I change my hair, it's like, oh, didn't you have a different hairstyle last week? Or, da 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 da. It's always like a conversation that I really don't want to have. Like, I feel like you should be saying, yeah, I love your hair. Your hair looks nice. And let's like keep it pushing. Like, I don't need to like break down my whole process to you about it. No, you can't touch it. Just leave it at that. Like, give me the compliment and keep on moving. Yeah, whether it's a negative or positive thing, like our hair is like gotta be the center of attention, and it gets kind of ridiculous to the point where kids in school are being told that they can't wear their natural hair or they can't wear certain braids, and being turned down for certain jobs because your hairstyle is a certain way. And it's like, it's really kind of, it makes it harder to want to try different things with your hair and do different things. It makes you more susceptible to assimilation. And it's like, I feel like we're us as a people are finally getting to a point where we don't feel like we need to assimilate to anything, that we are different and we were made different and we shine differently, and that's what we're going to continue to do. And so I'm really proud of, kind of that as the instant of the natural hair movements and all of those different types of things. And of course, I think NDRE said it best when she said, I'm not my hair. Like, my hair is a fun way to express myself, but it does not define who I am. I still am me without whatever wig or whatever the way my hair is at that moment. And I think a lot of people fail to like see that. They see your hair as being like an extension of you or an attachment of you. But I mean, like, you change your nail colors and shapes and sizes, and people throw on tons of makeup and literally change like the structures of their faces and how they look. And I mean, like, to each his own, but hair is like the same thing. It's an expression. It's not who you are. It's how you choose to define yourself. I think that in our society, sometimes it seems like we get to take 2 steps forward and then we get pushed back like 5. I think there's a lot of steps that we got to take forward, but I think slowly but surely we're going to get there, especially when it comes to our hair, because I'm not changing it. I love all my different types of hairs. I got them like boxes full of hair that I feel like I change at any given time, depending on how I'm feeling. So, but I just wanted to kind of share my thoughts on that, because hair, I get super defensive about it, like super, super defensive. I think that it's important to be defensive because it's, like I said, it's the way we choose to express ourselves. So yeah, if you haven't already, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm going to try to set up a regular schedule for when I'm going to be posting these videos. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm going to try to do them more regularly, be more consistent and everything like that. Just let me know down in the comments below like what you want to talk about, what you thinking. Yeah. As always, keep shining, soul sisters.